Welcome to Sesame Street English. Today is Wednesday, and every Wednesday this summer, we are going to do a segment called Meet the Muppets. Okay, but before we get started, let me introduce myself. Hello, everyone. My name is Brian. Can you all say, hello, Brian? Very good. Can you say it one more time, a little bit louder this time? Hello, Brian. Okay, hello, everyone. Okay, so like I said, today we are going to meet the Muppets, okay? We're going to talk about some of the characters from Sesame Street. So every Wednesday, I will pick one, and we will look at them. So today, we are going to look at this character, okay? Can you tell me, who is he? Who is he? Do you know? If you said Elmo, that's right. So everyone, who is he? That's right, he is Elmo. Can you repeat after me? He is Elmo. Okay, very good. So that's right, today we are going to talk about Elmo, okay? So I want to start with a little question, okay? Can you tell me, what does Elmo look like? What does Elmo look like? So let's look at Elmo. Okay, what do we see on Elmo? How about this? We point here, but we can actually see it everywhere. It's fur, right? It's fur. So animals have fur, right? Elmo has fur, but do we have fur? No, okay? No, fur is for animals and monsters like Elmo. So we can say he has fur. Everyone, can you please repeat after me? Say after me. He has fur. He has fur. Okay, very good. So we know that Elmo has fur all over his body, okay? Let's ask another question about his fur, okay? What color is Elmo's fur? What color is Elmo's fur? Do you know? If you said red, that's correct. It's red. It's red. His fur is red. His fur is red. Okay, so we can put this into a similar form as our sentence before. We can say, he has fur. His fur is red. So we can take these two sentences, he has fur, his fur is red. We can put them together and say, he has red fur. Can you say after me, please? He has red fur. He has red fur. Okay, very good. So let's ask again. What does Elmo look like? Okay, so we know he has red fur. Let's look for something else on Elmo. Okay, what does he look like? How about here? Okay, what's here? Okay, we have this too. It's a nose. Everyone, can you touch your nose? Touch your nose. Very good. And say nose. Nose. Very good. So for Elmo, we can say he has a nose. Can you say after me? He has a nose. He has a nose. Okay, very good. So let's think about this nose more, okay? What color is Elmo's nose, okay? What color is Elmo's nose? Is it red? No, it's not red. Does anybody know? If you said orange, that's correct. It's orange. It's orange, right? His nose is orange. His nose is orange. So before we said he has a nose, his nose is orange. We can take these sentences and put them together and say, he has an orange nose. Can you say after me, please? He has an orange nose. He has an orange nose. Okay, very good. So one more question about Elmo's nose. Is Elmo's nose big or is it small? Okay, is Elmo's nose big or small? I think it's big, okay? It's big, okay? So his nose is big. His nose is big. So right before we say, he has a big nose. He has a big nose. So before we also said he has an orange nose. And we also said he has a big nose. So he has an orange nose, he has a big nose. We can put these two sentences together to make he has a big orange nose. Can you say after me, please? He has a big orange nose. Okay, very good. Okay, so I'll ask one more time if you remember the two sentences that we learned. What does Elmo look like? First we said, he has red fur. He has red fur. We also said, he has a big orange nose. He has a big orange nose. Okay, very good. So I want to do something now. Okay, we know what Elmo looks like. Now I want to draw Elmo, okay? So let's draw Elmo. But first, let's take a look at another video, okay, to see how to draw Elmo, and then we'll draw Elmo together. Okay, so now that we've seen how to draw Elmo, let's talk about the things that we need to draw Elmo. Okay, so what do we need to draw Elmo? Well, I think for us, we don't need paints. I think that's a little bit messy, but today we could use colored pencils, crayons, markers, and of course we need paper. Okay, so you need maybe one of these three things as well as paper. Okay, these are very important. Okay, we need these things. Okay, but what colors do we need for Elmo? Okay, we need black, right, for the outline and the eyes and mouth. We need red for his fur, right, and orange. Okay, I know in the video we saw him use yellow. Okay, but we can use orange. Okay, if we have that. All right, but let's talk about how to draw Elmo. Okay, so how do you draw Elmo? How do you draw Elmo? Well, first you draw his nose, right? First you draw his nose. Okay, then draw his eyes. Okay, everyone, can you point to your eyes right here? Okay, so, okay, first we draw his nose, then we draw his eyes. Okay, so what's next? What's next? Okay, so next we draw his head. Okay, so next we draw his head. Okay, what's after that? Okay, so after that we draw his mouth. Okay, we're going to draw his mouth after that. Okay, and last, what do? We color him. Okay, so we color him last. Okay, so now that we've talked about these steps for drawing Elmo, I want to try together. Okay, so let's try drawing together. Okay, try to start in the middle of your paper and draw not quite a circle, more of an oval here. Okay, and you should have his nose. Okay, so first we draw his nose. Okay, so then what do? Okay, then we draw his eye. So I'm going to start with his right eye on the left. Okay, we have one eye there. Okay, so see, I start behind the nose. I don't make a full circle. Okay, and then I'm going to draw the other eye like this. Okay, so you should have something like this, his nose and his two eyes. Okay, but you want to make sure to also draw the circles inside his eyes. Okay, the circles inside his eyes. Okay, so it should look something like this. Okay, so what's next? That's right, we draw his head. Okay, so we're going to start here, somewhere around here, not quite at the top, more on the lower part of the eyes. And we're going to draw his head. Now remember, Elmo has fur. Okay, so we want to make sure to draw his fur as we draw his head. Okay, so I'm going to make sure to draw his fur as I draw his head. Okay, so we have his nose, his two eyes, and his head with fur. Okay, what do we do next? That's right, okay, next we draw his mouth. Okay, so I'm going to start right here under his nose and draw his mouth. Now remember, Elmo is a very happy monster, so we want to make sure Elmo has a nice smile. Okay, so you want to curve it up like this. Okay, so it's going to look something like that. And we know that Elmo also has a very big mouth, so we want to make sure it's open. Okay, so it's going to look like that. Okay, so we just drew Elmo's face, right? We just drew his face. Now, what I'm going to do is use my markers. I'm going to start with my black marker. And I'm actually going to draw the outline around his face again, okay, so that it's darker and it's more easy to see. Okay, so this will give you some time to draw. Okay, make sure your drawing is good. Okay, I'm going back around. Got his eyes. Okay, time to do his nose. Okay, remember your drawing doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, now let's go over his head. Just like this, all the way around. Just like that, and we have his mouth. Elmo's big smile, we can see that. Okay, his big open mouth. Okay, so we have the outline, we can see it pretty well. Now we want to color him, right? We want to color Elmo. So what I'm going to do first is take my black marker again and color in his eyes. Okay, the middle circles in his eyes, those are black. Okay, there's one eye. Let's get the other eye down. Okay, so what's next? That's right, we need to color the mouth. Okay, so I'm going to color in this mouth. The mouth needs to be black. Just like that, okay? It's really starting to look like Elmo. Okay, we're almost there. All right. Now, we want to take our orange marker, or if you're using a colored pencil or crayon, okay, take that orange colored pencil or crayon, and where do we color? That's right, the nose. So let's color in his nose orange. Okay, I'll try to get the outside first. Get the outside first, that way I am free to color in the middle. Just like this. Okay, he's starting to look more and more like Elmo. His big orange nose. Okay, that's looking pretty good. All right, and we just need to do one more thing. And that is color his fur, right? And we know his fur is red. Okay, so let's start coloring his fur red. Just like this. I'm gonna get the edges first. I don't like to go outside of the lines. Okay, if you go outside, that's okay. I'm going to try to get the edges first, so that I'm then free to color the rest. Okay, so the fur is going to be the most time-consuming part. It's going to take a longer time because there's a lot of fur here. Okay, but we're going to be proud of our work in a second. Okay, it's going to be worth it. All right, just color around here between the nose and the mouth. This is where I need to be careful. Stay inside these lines. Okay, getting there. Get around his nose. Okay, very good. All right. Now I'm seeing down here, I need to fill in some spots. Let's get the edge around the bottom of the mouth. Okay, keep coloring. Okay, we're almost there. I can feel it. Just get up on the right side of our picture. Okay, be careful. All right, almost there. Okay, now let me fill in some of these patches. Okay, so here we have Elmo, okay, with my marker drawing. Okay, I'm actually going to do one more thing here. Okay, I'm going to sign my name, okay, because I'm very proud of my picture. Okay, so let's write our name down here at the bottom, okay? So my name is Brian. Let's do it down here, okay? I like to write my name this way, Brian, okay, but I can also write it like this, okay, with normal letters. Okay, so here is my completed picture of, finished picture of Elmo. Okay, how do yours look? Okay, I hope they're very good. Okay, but now I want to review. Okay, can you tell me? How did we draw Elmo? How did we draw Elmo? Okay, so what did we do first? First, we drew his nose, right? First, we drew his nose. All right, what was next? Well, then we drew his eyes. Okay, then we drew his eyes. Next, we drew his head, right? Next, we drew his head. And what was after that? Okay, after that, we colored him, okay? And we also drew his mouth as well, okay? But last, we colored him, okay? So, I want to ask you this question one more time and see if you can remember. What does Elmo look like? That's right, he has red fur. And he has a big orange nose. Okay, very good. All right, so thank you everyone for stopping by today at Sesame Street English for our Meet the Muppets Wednesday. Okay, please leave a like and a comment, okay, and tell me how your picture of Elmo turned out, okay? Well, that's all for today, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye.